Hello, good evening and welcome back to the channel. Here we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and if you didn't know, Microsoft have just released another world map update, a massive scenery update, points of interest, updates to airports, updates to the aircraft, to the handling, to the sounds. But where has this update been applied? The previous one was in Japan. This one is in the USA. The USA is an absolutely massive country. We all know many states, and it's a place in the world I've never ever been to. I absolutely want to go. So you may not recognise, or you may recognise where we are at the moment. We're currently sat on the runway at Kilo Delta Echo November, that's KDEN, and that is Denver International Airport. Now, why are we in Denver, Colorado? Well, ever since I was a young lad, I've been a fan of the Denver Broncos, and we're going to take off from Denver International Airport. We're going to fly over to the Mile High Stadium. We're going to scoot round the business district in Denver, and then we're going to be making a landing at Kilo Bravo Juliet Charlie. That is the Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport. Now, I've picked the Cessna 152 because I want a small aircraft that's going to allow us to maneuver around quite slowly. There's no glass cockpit in this. We're back to old school dials. I'm going to click the yoke to remove it, just so we can get to the general bits and pieces. And while I think about it, I'm not my phone on silence, we don't get interrupted. So if I click on the list up here and we go on to checklist, we want to have a look what we need to do before starting the engine. So we've got to make sure the fuel shut-off valve is open. And that's there. Open fuel shut-off valve. Or close the fuel shut-off valve. Test the brakes. Well, brakes. Yep. Put the parking brake back on. So then we're going to have a look at the engine. So, oh, can I zoom us out a bit? It's going to ask us to put the mixture to rich, so that's over here. So that's already mixture control. So out here it's cut off, so we've got the mixture to rich. Check the carburetor cold is pushed in, which it is. Well, we're not really using carb heats, it's quite warm here. Prime as required, so we can prime the engine. Let's just prime some fuel in. Open the throttle 1/2 inch, so push it in a little bit. Put the master switch on, which is going to be over here. That's master switch. Right. Master switch is on. Start the ignition, which is just here. And I'm going to zoom out so we can actually. Well, I'll do it like this so we can see the propeller just about. We can just get that going there. There we go, up and running. So let's just adjust this throttle. There we go. Throttle just 1000 RPM or less, which we've just done. Oil pressures in the green.
777 requesting pushback.
Right, because of
777 pushback request
I took the parking brake off. Because I've got the autopilot, or sorry, not the autopilot, the auto ATC on. The minute I start the engine up, it's going to ask for pushback. We want to check that oil pressure is good, so that's looking down here. checking the oil pressure is in the green sector. Well, it's not quite there yet. We need to put the navigation lights on, strobe lights on, and beacon lights on, and taxi lights on. And if I come back up, this guy's going to start pushing us. And yeah, once again, this needs sorting out, guys, at Microsoft. That, you know, he's completely in the wrong part of the aircraft, and then he'll jump to the right part. Oh well, minor things. Right, I'm quite happy with where he's pushed us. We're not too far back.
Ground Hellspawn 777 requesting the end of pushback. Hellspawn 777 request to end pushback received.
Right, okay.
Ground Hellspawn 777 ready to taxi departing straight out with India. Hellspawn 777 taxi to and hold short of runway 26 using taxiway Echo Echo Romeo 9 Romeo Romeo 1. Contact tower on 133 decimal tree when ready.
So runway 26.
Taxiing hold short runway 26 via taxiway Echo Echo Romeo 9 Romeo Romeo 1 Hellspawn 777.
That's going to be down that end. So I'll knock that off for a minute. Now he's sort of got out the way. Put a bit of revs on so we can get the aircraft moving. I'm just going to move slowly between these two guys. Let's just check we're clear. Yep. And we're going to roll out onto this taxiway. Watch where we're going. Don't want to be going too fast. Yeah. We're going to have to make our way to this taxiway just here. And then we're going to be doing a right turn to the end of the runway. Oh, clear again. Right. Obviously with no glass cockpit we've got no primary flight display, so we can't look at the taxiways, but I've already scoped this flight out, so I think that we're going in the right direction. Oh, a bit more throttle, rolling a little bit slow there. Look at the moon just rising above us. So I'm flying in real time, live time, online with other players. Now the new update, the new patch that has come out, does seem to have broke some things. And I did notice it didn't seem to show many other players online yesterday, which was strange. The bridges have also gone a little bit funky, but as they break some stuff, they are fixing a lot of other stuff. And I've got to say, it's looking good, this is, and I can't wait to get this going in VR, that's for sure. Right, I'm just going to throttle back just a little bit, and we should be coming towards the end of the runway, the end of the runway shortly. Keep centre line the taxi line. So it is just 5 to 3 local time. That's 14:55, or just about 14:55. When I done a pre-test flight, I actually went in the Cessna Caravan. Crazy aircraft that is, with its all its throttle mixtures and that, but it's a quick aircraft as well. But what I found is I wanted something we could do a little bit slower. So what I'm going to do, so because this will fly at quite a bit slower than the Caravan. I'm going to cut to when we get near to the Denver Broncos stadium. We'll do the takeoff on that first though. We will do that. I think we are nearly here. Right, just apply the brakes, put the parking brake on, let's contact the ground, the tower I should say.
Denver Tower Hellspawn 777 ready at runway 26 departing straight out.
Hellspawn 777 cleared for takeoff runway 26 departing straight out approved.
Alright, we're just going to check nothing's coming
Cleared
behind
for takeoff
us.
runway 26 Hellspawn 777.
Parking brake off. Start to gain some speed. We'll work our way out to the centre line. I know I didn't go to the very end of the runway, but we don't need to. Not in this. We're going to be about 60 knots before we rotate, so I'm just going to work our way onto the runway. Full power. Fighting this, trying to pull us the wrong way. A bit of rudder. Right, we're ready to go. Oh, there's a bit of wind. There we go. Right, I'm just going to trim the aircraft out so we're not constantly dropping. There we go. Probably a bit too much. Bit of rate of climb on there. Let's bring that back. Right, so we're just leaving Denver International Airport. We'll get a little shot of us going out. There we do actually have some other players live online, so we do actually have some people over in other parts of the airport. Right, let's take control. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to cut back when we're a bit nearer our destination. Okay, so we're about just coming up to 20 minutes, 25 minutes into the flight. Just to our left is the main Denver city, and just below us we have I believe that's a baseball stadium. I'm going to have to look that one up. I don't know what the team is for baseball, that's not really my thing, but just in front of us, and we'll do a sweep round of this. I'll come down a bit lower. We have the Mile High Stadium of the Denver Broncos. Oh, I need to have a look at there. It is over there. And something I wanted to point out, we're going to have to be a bit lower. We'll do some tasty shots of this. I never even knew this existed. Because of Microsoft Flight Simulator, I actually looked that up. And just to the side of us is Elitch Gardens. It's a theme and water park. And you can actually see the tower and the roller coasters and bits and pieces. I'm actually I'm going to miss the Mile High Stadium, so I have to make our turn. We'll drop a bit of height as we're doing it, and then we'll come back over that theme park, because I don't know if you can see it properly from here out the left window, but there's like a water park, there's some roller coasters, some really cool stuff. And as I've said, of all the places in America that I would like to go, this is definitely got to be one of the first on the list. I want to visit, and I want to visit a match, a Broncos match. It's something that's certainly on the bucket list, something I want to tick off and do. That over in that corner is like a sports stadium, like an indoor thing, and as we come round, just get a little bit more of a bank on, we'll drop a bit more height, we'll begin to see the home of the Denver Broncos. Okay guys, now we've got our drone shots and we've flown around the Mile High Stadium. We've had a look at Elitch Gardens theme and water park. We're going to be flying now and landing, and we're going to be landing now at Kilo Bravo Juliet Charlie, the Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport. So we want to be landing at KBJC. So what I'm going to do, just while we're circling, pretty straight and, well, we're not straight level, but we weren't losing too much height. Just while we're doing this, I'm going to go onto the ATC. I'm going to put the nearest airport list up, Rocky Mountain Metropolitan, and we are going to request a full stop landing.
Detroit Metro Tower, Hellspawn 777 is 12 miles southeast with Gulf to land.
Hellspawn 777 Detroit Metro Tower. Enter left traffic runway 12 right. Altimeter 29er decimal 79er wind 121 at 14.
Fly left traffic runway 12 right, Hellspawn 777.
Right, so I'm just going to fire that back up so we can say that. So we're going to fly a left traffic pattern into runway 12 right. So if I come back over there, if I put the spot on for a minute, over in the distance where you can see that flashing runway light is where we're going to go and land. I want to gain just a little bit of height because we are quite low really. Not too much, he says as he puts a load of throttle on. Just enough to get us over to where we need to go. And what I'm going to do as we start doing our left hand base leg, we'll join back on for the landing. Okay, so we're picking up the left hand base. We're going to be landing 12 right, the shorter runway on the right hand side. We've still got quite an arc to come in. We have got live traffic. Someone's just landed on the runway. Whether they've done a touch and go, I'm not 100% sure. We've got 500 feet of descent. We are quite high at the minute. I'll lose a bit more height. But I reckon our descent's okay at the moment. Still turning in. Right. So we are a little bit high. But alright. Oh, bit of buffeting. Back up on the throttle now because we need to drop off a bit. I don't want the speed to increase too much. A little bit high still, coming in a little bit hot. Slightly. That's good right descent. I'll start pulling us back a bit. Let it come down. There we go. Down we go. Not the speed off too much.
Hellspawn 777 exit runway when able.
Go. So we're going to need to cross the other
Hellspawn
way.
777 contact ground on 121.7.
Just going to put the parking brakes on for a minute.
121.7 Hellspawn 777.
work our way forward now. So we want to be parking on the general aviation side. Okay, tight. Oh, didn't want that. Oops. Wrong button there. We're just going to check we're clear on this runway here. There is no traffic coming in. Checking we're clear here. Yep. Drive us down this way a bit. We'll park up over here. Slow us up a bit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it in here. Swap shot guys, I'm going to walk in the way. Park next to this one here. Right, that's us. We're down, we've landed. Parking brake on. Right, what I'm going to do, we need to do now, landing lights off. Taxi lights should have been on, should put them on. Beacons off, turn these off. I am going to pull the idle out to cut the engine. If it's does that sometimes. There we go. Cut that out. Brilliant. Well, I'm going to oh no, don't turn it back on. There we are, we're fully down. We didn't use any flaps on the landing, and we have just landed at the Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport. That's Kilo Bravo Juliet Charlie. Said that in one go this time. Hope you've enjoyed that look around Denver, Colorado in America. I know America's got so many points of interest, but when I knew they'd done the American update, this is in my mind the first thing I wanted to come and see. I've got a build coming up very soon. I've got the Reverb G2 coming very soon. Fingers crossed for that. We'll start get back in on some sim racing content. I've just bought all the Assetto Corsa updates in the Steam sale, so looking forward to that. Thank you for watching as ever, and I will see you in more videos to come. Thank you very much and peace out.